Good morning. My name is Kirsten. I'm here with the Marks Group. Welcome to this month's Zoho Tips and Tricks webinar. Can everybody let me know if you can hear me? We kind of had some audio issues last month. So if you could just type in the chat box that you can hear me, then we'll get started. Are we all good? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen now. All right, so today we're going to talk about Zia. What is Zia? And why you should use it. There we go. So Zia is your AI personal assistant and runs inside of Zoho. There we go. Sorry. So yeah, she's your AI personal assistant running within Zoho CRM. Today we're going to be talking about what is Zia, and we're going to cover a couple of the features that she, it, he, who knows, can do, which is data enrichment, lead creation and deal conversion prediction, and sales trend analysis, and how she can help you with mail merge templates. So we're going to go over to our CRM and take a look at what you can do. All right, so here I am within my CRM. Zia has some settings that we need to look at in order to enable all these features. So first, I think we already covered what is Zia. It's AI. It analyzes all your actions within your CRM and makes decisions and suggestions based on what you do within your CRM. So Zia can be found down here with this little teeny tiny button. If you click on it, it'll tell you what's going on in your life. So Zia has nothing to report. Everything seems to be going on track, which is super duper awesome. Zia will tell you things up here like if you're not running macros, if you're not contacting your clients, it'll give you suggestions on what to do, like, hey, you do this a lot, maybe you need to write a workflow for it, something like that. So let's go over to data enrichment. Data enrichment is super cool. It is one of my favorite things. Data enrichment is available on leads, contacts, and accounts. What this will do is it will make suggestions for you based on what you've typed in about the people that you've typed in. So if we go over to accounts and say we're going to create a new account, you can type in basically anything in here and it will find what you're looking for. So let's say we want to add a new person from Microsoft. That's all we're going to give them. It's just Microsoft. Go into here. Oh, yeah, I don't think I have data enrichment turned on. So the first thing to know about Zia is that you have to turn on her features in order to be utilized in the system. So we're actually going to go to our setup page now. Down here under general, you see we've got the Zia setup. So let's click on this guy. You have all of the different actions that you can do across the top here. So let's go to data enrichment. And we're going to get started for data enrichment. Okay, it looks like we have everything turned on here. We're going to go back into our accounts. Now I can't find it. Let's go to our contacts, make a new contact with Zia. Okay, so last name is Gates. First name is Bill. And the account name is Microsoft. I think we all know who Bill Gates is. We're going to save this information. Now you see here that it says view enriched data up at the top. If we click on this, it will give us suggestions based on what we've listed. So all that I listed was Microsoft as the company and Bill Gates as the contact. Here you can see that it's telling us the country, the city, secondary email, phone number, zip code, street, state, and phone number. Here you see we've come up with somebody else's email. That's not the correct email. So we're actually going to grab that and take it off. Microsoft contact, we're going to take that off as well, but all of the rest of the information looks to be pretty good. Just click on update contact. And here you can see it's filled in all of that information for us, which is pretty cool. This will help you keep your contact information, your account information all up to date. It'll help you get better results in there, and we'll make sure that everything is going good. So that's our first step. What is the next one? Lead creation and deal conversion prediction. So to set up lead creation and deal conversion prediction, we're going to go back in here again to general and Zia. So lead creation is an analyzing of the system. When you create these leads, it will analyze what you're looking for, or analyze what you've done again and again and again. Down here over prediction. So leads prediction is currently on. Let's take a look at how it's set up. So leads prediction helps you to convert the leads. It's based on your email interactions with clients, your conversations with clients, whatever you do with them again and again and again, it will learn to predict whether or not you're going to convert that lead. So there are some conditions for lead prediction. Currently, I can't turn it on in the system because we don't have enough data. So what we need is a minimum of 300 converted leads, a minimum of 300 not qualified leads to understand the pattern of leads, active usage of the leads in the past 2 months, and at least 30% of the total leads to be either converted or marked not qualified. So you do need a fair amount of data in order to activate this feature. Since I can't turn it on in here, I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like. So when your lead prediction is in the system and working, it's going to show you what those leads should look like. So let me go back here. And there we go. So when you're doing lead prediction or lead creation prediction, what it'll do is it'll show you up in that top header where your information is for your client, how likely you are to, how likely you are to actually win this client. So based on what you've done in the past, it will tell you that this client is 58% likely to win. This is a really helpful thing. It'll help you to understand what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong with your leads. So if you're seeing a lot of numbers like 30%, that might mean that you need to do more outreach, be more engaged with your client, and really kind of try to win them over. So this gives you a good indication of what's going on within your system. All right, I'm going to switch back to our friend Zoho here. All right. So what else is the prediction that it can do? It can also do predictions on your deals. So when it's predicting your deals, it's taking a look at, again, what you've done in the past to convert those deals into one. So I can't turn it on in the system again because this is our test guy and we don't have enough data. So what you need is at least 1,000 deals that have been created and closed in the past 15 months, a minimum of 300 closed won deals, and a minimum of 300 closed lost deals. At least 20 of those deals must have been closed in the past 30 days. So I'm going to flip back over here and just give you a screenshot of what that's going to look like. When you go into the deals module, there we go. When you go into the deals module, what you're going to see is a Kanban view of where these people are in the steps and how likely you are to win them. So just like a stop sign or a stoplight, you see that the prediction score right here for this guy is 16%, and that's going to be shown in red. This might mean that you need to really pay attention to this client to make more effort to win them over. Over here, you've got value proposition. This one is at 58% in yellow, which means that this one is close. You might win it, you might not. This is one that you really got to kind of try to win over at this point. This guy right here, we've got them at 81%. Maybe this is somebody that you've worked with before. Maybe this is somebody who typically does get their deals converted. This is a good client, and you know that, and you need to make sure that you maintain that good relationship with that client. All right, so let's flip back over to Zoho. Next, we're going to talk about our sales trend analysis. Sales trend analysis is pretty cool. I actually really like it. So sales trend analysis is, there we go. Sales trend analysis is actually going to come up in your little Zia pop-up down here when you use it and when that information is actually displaying. Again, this is our test database system, so I can't show you a lot of the things. So what is our sales trend analysis going to look like? There we go. We can actually see this when we go into our reports and when we go into an analytics. So if you go to reports, down here we've got our sales metrics reports. So this will show us our lead conversion, overall sales duration, sales cycles, all the things like that. You can also see it over here in analytics with our sales trends. So here we can see our sales trends. We can see the number of leads that have been created. Here we've got our same little fun colors. Just our actual is in the blue. You can see that we've created one new lead within this month. You can see the trend, which is our overall line here, which is based on what we've done in the past and how we're doing. Anomalies will come up with these little red circles showing us any spikes in our information. So we go down and we look at our lead conversion. We can see again what's actual, what's our trend, what's our anomaly. If you hover over any of these, you can see what's going on. So in the second week of May, we had one lead that actually got converted. So down into contacts creation and deals creation. Deals closing by count, deals closing by amount, and then we've also got our sales follow-up trend. So this shows what we're doing in the system and where we are. This is a great thing for sales managers to kind of monitor what's going on in their system. It's also a great thing for you as a salesperson to see what's going on in your system. So what happened here? Our lead conversion dropped off. This is not a good thing. So we really need to work on that. We need to make sure that our lines are always going up. If you look down here for our sales follow-up trend, this will show things that we're doing to follow up with our clients within the system. So right here we have our task closure, which is showing us how we've closed our tasks out and on the days that we've done that. Our event creation, which is going to be tying into our meetings that we've set up. Calls completed. Haven't really made a lot of calls in here. And our notes creation within each of those contacts. So again, this will show you what's going on. Email sent, bounced, and open. And this is a nice one to really show these filters on. So right here, you can choose which users you want to look at. So are we looking at our admin? Are we looking at our user? You can pick and choose, click them on, click them off, and apply those changes. You can also set the time parameter. So we can say this is the current week, the last month. We can set a custom date if we really want to get into nitty-gritties. Up here, you can see whether our view is daily, weekly, or monthly. That'll change the numbers shown in here along the bottom. So if we look into weekly, it'll show you that it separates out by each week within this month. You can also look at the number of emails that have been bounced, sent, and opened. This is really helpful for you to view whether or not you may have some emails in there that are incorrect. That'll help you clear up your bounced email rates. You can see how many were sent and how many were actually opened by your clients. So it looks like we've actually sent one in the last month, and we've actually had 100 opened, which is kind of amazing. Okay, so that kind of wraps up sales trend analysis. Not a lot of information in here, but honestly, if you get into your own system, and I'm sure you have much more information in here, you'll see a lot more stuff. So anomalies I didn't really talk about, but anomalies will be weird spikes or weird dips in your system. So typically, if you're seeing a line that's like this, in your notes creation, you got it going on, you got 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, you know, this is kind of pretty average. So let's say there's a month where all of a sudden on one day you've got 50 notes. That'll show up as a spike in an anomaly in your system. And then if 10 days later you have none, when you're used to having 25, that'll also show up as an anomaly in your system. All right, so we're going to go on to help with your mail merge templates. I am a fan of this. We're going to go back into our setup. So we can take a look at our mail merge templates. Mail merge templates. Where are we, my friends? No matter how many times I look at this, I always have to find things. Sorry, apologies. There we are, under customization, our templates. Okay, so you want to make a new mail merge template? Let's make a new one. Let's actually look at this one. So let's go ahead and edit our template here. Oops, I just did rename. So we're going to go back and edit our email template. When we're in here, it's fun. Okay, so when we're in here, you can see we've got our little Zia indicator here at the top. If we click on here, she will give us all of the things that we're doing wrong and all the things that we're doing right. So she'll show you how many spelling errors we have and any grammar suggestions. So if you said something really goofy like whiches and whenever, and that you see that, it'll come up in here. It'll give you an ease of reading score. Looks like I need more than 100 words, which I haven't got done. And then our writing quality. It'll tell me if I have wordy phrases, improper word choices, rephrasable sentences, if I've used too much informal writing. Why are we not scrolling? Here we go. If we have any passive sentence, adverbs, or cliches. So we're ready to go in here and write something like, you see that she's analyzing now. She's showing us what our spelling errors are, and then we'll update any other thing. This happens automatically. It happens really quickly. If you were to come in here and click on any of these things, it will show us what our spelling errors are. Come on. We're going to go with William. I apologize, I'm having a hard time getting out of the screen because I can't see my buttons. Okay. Other things that we could go down and look at in here are improper word choices, informal writing, passive sentences. Okay, as you can see, we often have many situations with unpredictability in the, there we go. So we've made a little bit of gibberish here. She's got some grammar suggestions. Let's take a look at what those are. Wheel should be whole, lead should be lead. So it's actually going in and analyzing in a real-time basis what you're looking at. That should be a wordy phrase. And making these suggestions for you. Anytime that you click on here, you're going to be able to see what's going on and what her opinions are on what you're doing. This will help you to write better, clearer, more concise email merge templates. So, sorry, let's get rid of that. As you can see, and I hope that you've seen, Zia can be pretty helpful. I feel like it's one of those things that not a lot of us are always looking at. Oof, sorry. Okay, we're gonna get out of here and go back to home. There we go. So I hope that you can all see how helpful Zia might be. I know this is a little bit of a late webinar just because we don't have that information in there, but I feel like Zia is one of those things that tends to get ignored and maybe requires more of our notice. It can be really helpful in what you're doing and help you be a better salesperson. There are more things that Zia can do, primarily on our mobile app, which we can look at another time. So if you guys want further information on this, we've listed all of it in our blogs, broken them down one by one with a lot more in-depth information. And you can check that out on our website, which is marksgroup.net. There we go. Which somehow now I'm having a hard time showing. Okay. So if you have any questions or need to explore more in depth, you can go on over to support@marksgroup.net. You can check out our YouTube channel for more video tutorials. So just pop on over to YouTube, click on or search for the Marks Group, and you'll see all of our tutorials out there. Got all sorts of great things. In addition to just CRM for Zoho, we also have a lot of good topics on other systems that tie in with Zoho, such as our campaigns, analytics, things like that. Please do sign up for our blogs and our newsletter at marksgroup.net. You'll get all sorts of helpful information delivered to you every month and right there in your email inbox. And I just want to thank you all for joining me today. Again, shoot over questions or suggestions to us, support@marksgroup.net. You can also contact me directly. It's Kirsten, Kirsten, @marksgroup.net. I hope you all learned something today, and I enjoyed having you on here. And I hope that you have a super duper rest of your week. Thanks all.